So let's just picture this. You're trying to buy a POS system, right? And you have no idea which POS system to buy. You have no idea how much to spend on it. You have no idea how to set it up. So this conversation will actually explain everything to you. I'll talk to you about the questions you need to ask before buying a POS system right now. So here's the overview. Question number 1. How does the POS handle inventory management? This is really important because as a retailer, your inventory is the heart of your business along with customer service. So you need a system that can keep up. That means what? It means that when you're buying a POS, you should ensure the system has not only organizational tools, but also built-in purchasing, right? You should be able to handle complex inventory, such as serialized items and products with different attributes, okay? Jeans that vary in color and size, for example. Beyond just that, you should be able to add custom tags to products so you can organize and manage items that may be grouped together thematically, if not at the categorical level. Seasonal inventory, for example. You don't want it cluttering up your POS when the season is over. So being able to tag inventory means it'll be easier to find for archiving. So don't settle for inefficient purchasing workflows. Your new POS system should have purchasing tools built in, like allowing you to create and receive purchase orders without leaving the point of sale back office. You should also be able to set reorder points at which a report will tell you that you need to order no stock before you have an empty shelf. So what to look for in a POS system here? Organizational tools like product matrices, customizable categories and tags, an item import tool to get your stock set up quickly. Okay, the ability to handle serialized inventory, native purchasing functions like the ability to store vendor information, built-in purchase orders, and reorder points. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And so that's the first question. Question number 2. How does the POS system sync your online and retail store? So imagine a store that never closes. That's the power of running an omni-channel retail operations. So there's little doubt that retailers selling both online and in-store bring in significantly more revenue than those who sell via one channel alone. So it's really important. That's why the right POS helps brick-and-mortar retailers build online stores and sell through any channels. It's not enough to have the two disconnected systems. You need a commerce platform that will streamline selling online. This is really important, okay? By the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about questions you need to ask before buying a POS system. So what to look for in a POS system here? Synchronization between the web and your physical stores when it comes to inventory, sales, and order requests. Consolidated reports on total sales, sales per physical store, and sales for your e-commerce business, and the ability to extend your brand consistency between sales channels. The third question you want to ask here is, does the POS system empower your staff? Because customers have every resource at their disposal, from the internet to their friends and family. Often before actually coming into a store, they have already conducted their research and they're loaded up with questions to ask, ready to come in and get out. Okay, so retail employers need to feel as informed as the customers they work with, and smart mobile technologies are the way to accomplish that. So a good POS system should not eat up your employees' time or make them want to pull their hair out. It should offer them the information, at least that's what we have seen in our research. It should give them the information they need immediately, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but immediately, so they can serve customers and move people through the stores. Okay, if you really think about it, they are the ambassadors of your brand, so don't leave them out of the equation when you consider your store's technology. So what to look for in a POS system? Let me give you a few pro tips. You want to look for secure logins for every employee, dashboards that can be customized for every employee, intuitive interface that minimizes training time, the capacity to fill out detailed inventory entries, including photos, easy to use tools that employees feel comfortable using. Another question you want to ask here is, can you offer a personalized experience? So building off of the last question, you'll want to make sure the new POS system offers your customers as good an experience as it can offer your staff. The system should actually store customer profiles, including purchase history, so your employees can make tailored product recommendations. Okay, with those customer profiles in hand, it doesn't matter who is on shift or how senior a sales associate is. Every customer who walks in the door can feel like a regular, encouraging loyalty. Okay, so this is really important to really pay attention to that. So before you buy a POS system, make sure, this is so important, make sure it has built-in loyalty tools with the option to add deeper tools as needed. At the very least, it should be able to set up the ability to earn financial incentives through purchases, loyalty dollars for money spent to encourage repeat visits. Really important. This is how you actually, you actually reduce attrition. So what to look for in a POS system here? You want built-in customer profiles that store purchase histories. Really important. The ability to use the POS on an iPad so employees can serve customers anywhere in the store. Loyalty integrations that help you make the most of your customer data. Question number 5. Does the POS support your success? Okay, this is so important. You have to think about one thing. People are different. Retailers are different. You are different. I'm different. So the principles may be the same, but each store and employees have differences and come with their own preferred workflows, challenges, preferences, requirements, and goals. So when you are buying a POS system, a point of sale system, a good vendor helps you figure out if the software fits your needs, if it will help your store succeed, and it will help you with onboarding sessions, as well as other technical support for those times when something just doesn't make sense. Think about it, right? So you shouldn't be left alone as soon as the purchase is made. So make sure, always make sure to ask about what kind of post-sales support your vendor offers. It's not just about just making the sales. They have to be able to support you once the sales is over. I just want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we having a conversation about, boss? We're talking about questions to ask before buying a POS system, a point of sale system. So what to look for in a POS system when it comes to support? You want to look for multiple ways to reach the support team, such as over the phone, online tickets, and live chat. You want to look for local channel partners, specialists who provide on-site consultation, installation, and troubleshooting services. You want to have a variety of training materials, including online help and product information, courses, videos, or webinars. This is really important. You want to have published customer satisfaction ratings and online product reviews. You want to have onboarding sessions for managers and employees. You want to have an online social media presence for communicating more closely with the organization. Okay, so you want to make sure the POS system provider, the point of sale software provider, has a transparent. Okay, they have a transparent presence on the internet, especially social media, so that if you're trying to call them, if you're calling them, if you're emailing them and nobody's answering you, you're able to go on social media and contact their team there and say, listen, I need help. Y'all need to help me out, whatever. So what I'm trying to say here is that the plurality of channels whereby you can actually contact them makes a lot of sense when it comes to having a POS system that you want to keep for a long time. Another question I want you to ask here, you want to ask whether the POS system offer reporting and analytics, okay? And this is such an important question. Why? See, with legacy systems, retailers didn't always have an accurate picture of their business. So goods came and went, but business managers had only a vague idea of profits and performance. But the good thing is times have changed, really, okay? So in today's highly competitive environment, as a retailer, you cannot afford to take risks. You know why? Because you're not just getting competition from across town or down the block in your neighborhood. You actually are having competition from China, from Nigeria, from Australia, from Brazil. Okay, the whole world. Okay, it's very competitive, so you cannot afford to take risk. And many retailers have turned to using data to make business decisions, but only a few of them say they are expert at using that data. That's why a good POS will show you how well you are doing and where you can improve. Okay, and so reporting and analytics is really important. And when we talk about reporting and analytics, we're not just talking about surface level data, though, boss. We're not really talking about that. We're talking about granularity. We're talking about having the opportunity to see things through. Okay, You should be able to dive deep into the data your POS is processing every day to pinpoint best sellers and overall sales performance at the very least. Okay, so here is the approach I want you to really follow right now. What should you look for in a POS system as it relates to reporting and analytics? First of all, you want to look for reports that show your most profitable products, your top selling products, your lowest selling products, your top performing sales associates, the busiest store hours, the top brands in online versus in-store sales. You need to have this sort of comparative analysis. You want to have dashboards highlighting the information you need, okay, because it's all about monitoring your store performance continuously, okay? And you also need to have easy access to information for better decision making. And you want to look for things like inventory purchasing and staff scheduling. And all these things have to be, you got to have access to that data in a seamless manner. Okay, it shouldn't be that complicated. It should be very seamless, and you should have access to it also in real time. Real time and seamless. It has to be real time. It has to be seamless. Those two are really important. Another question I want you to ask here is you want to ask, does the POS have integrated payments with a straightforward rate? This is also important. The reason is that you could have the most advanced inventory management system in the world, okay, it doesn't matter. And you can have the best possible customer loyalty tools. But if you are overpaying for your payments, or worse, if they are inefficient or unintegrated, your POS system isn't doing enough for you. Okay, this is just what it is. Okay, I'm just telling you straightforward. Now, integrated payments reduce the possibility for human error. Why? Because the amounts to pay is automatically pushed to your payment terminal. That also reduces the amount of time spent at checkout and cuts the amount of receipt paper you need in half. Okay, half, 50%. Think about it. That's a lot of savings for you. So you want those integrated payments to have a straightforward fee scheme as well, so you always know what you're paying for. Okay, and it's also important to understand that interchange plus rates can be murky and confusing, and you don't want to know what fee a particular customer's card will have. So with a flat fee structure, you know exactly what to budget for. Okay, so this is cool. And finally, when your payment processor and your POS system have been developed by the same company, you will never need to bounce between companies if you ever have a problem, which is also important because you are saving time, boss. You are saving time. So here is the decision I want you to really think about. I want you to make right now. What should you look for in a POS system when it comes to integrated payments, payment integration? Well, you want to look for integrated payments that save you time, reports on your payment data from your POS. Okay, you want to have clear and real-time reports. You want to have an easy to predict fee structure. Again, don't let them actually see. The thing is, if you try to contact them, they will just razzle dazzle you with some kind of one-liner, whatever, and you don't want that. You want clarity. You want a clear explanation here. You also need to have a 24/7 support team that is knowledgeable about your payments and your POS. Okay, so this is really important. And one thing I want to say here is that it's also important to understand that these things will change. So don't think everything is static. Okay, so if you have, let's say, sorry, if you have a payments integration right now, let's say you have it like yesterday, you got to make sure that this is stay the same 3 years from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now, because scalability is really important when it comes to payment integration. Another question you need to ask here is, can the POS system enable you to run targeted marketing campaigns? Okay, the cool thing here is that people are buying from you in store and online. Okay, but how do you actually boost revenue over time? You got to have a lead generation strategy. You got to have a landing page strategy. You got to have a sales funnel, okay, to actually make sure that you are actually continually growing your revenue. It's really accepted. It's really it's a fact that depending on your industry, as a retail store or just as a store owner in general, you're gonna have to find out creative ways, that is, to actually start building an email list. Okay, it's a generally accepted fact that existing customers are more valuable and more likely to make a purchase than new customers. So as a result here, today's leading marketers no longer are sending out generic email blasts to everyone who has never interacted with the company. They are crafting consumer conversations and pinpointing what their customers actually want to know about. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So buying the right POS system helps improve relationships with their shoppers and send relevant communications tailored to your customers' preferences. And so you want to be able to integrate with loyalty tools that can use the customer data you have in your new POS system to send out tailored promotions like birthday rewards, for example. Okay, so big decision time. Big decision time. Are you able to kick off your targeted marketing campaigns? If you are, here are the things you want to look at. I mean, this is not an exhaustive list, of course, but the key things, the primary things you need to look for in a POS system. Customer database for capturing name, contact info, their preferred method of contact, favorite brands, walk-in or online shopper. You want a POS system that integrates with email marketing software for emailing customer and tracking click-through rates, the CTR. You want to have features for segmenting your customer database. Okay, customer database segmentation is really important for stuff that I will explain on another video because it'll take too long to explain here. But you want features for segmenting your customer database and tailoring promotions to fit those segments. I also want to talk to you about another question you want to ask. Will the POS system support your business's growth? I think I really sort of touched a little bit on that before when I mentioned the term scalability. Okay, this is really important. So when it comes to buying a POS system, think about the long-term cost and what you may need in the future. While it can be tempting to go for the cheapest and simplest system when you're getting started, you might regret it when you outgrow it, let's say in a year's time. And it's really important to really think about that. As a retailer, you need a scalable system that can grow as your business does, okay? Basically, if you don't budget for a POS equipped for long-term success now, you will pay in time and money down the line when you need to switch, okay? And when you need to switch, at that point, your revenue base will be much larger, will be much bigger. Your needs will be much bigger, which means that the switch will be more painful economically and logistically and operationally speaking. So it's better to have the proper structure when you're little, where you're, where your business is nothing at all. That's when it's a lot easier to have the proper foundation so that you can grow and you can grow properly. Your business can grow properly. Okay. So what should you look for in a POS system when it comes to scalability? You want to look for registers that you can add as you need, whether it's for a permanent new location or for a pop-up shop. Support for multiple locations, integrating inventory reporting, integration with common and useful software such as MailChimp, Google Analytics, and QuickBooks. Open technology so independent developers can easily develop apps that you can add to your POS. Okay, so it's important to say that at the end of the day, you need to buy a POS system that fits your store's needs. Okay, as you implement a new POS system inside your retail store, or let's say multiple stores for that matter, you need to make sure that it's something you won't need to update in a month. A business management tool that helps you move online and add locations as you need it is a tool that you'll be happy training your staff on and be able to use for a long while moving when it comes to projecting your company in the future. Okay, so it's really important to think about those things as you make a decision, because a POS system is not something you want to change like every month or every 2 weeks or every quarter. You really have to commit to the tool for a long time. So it's important to have the right attributes, the right criteria, like from the get-go, so you're clear about what you're looking for and you're able to get that. Okay, so it's really important to when it comes to long-term sustainability for your business. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Today's conversation, I was just talking to you about the questions to ask before buying a POS system. So we talked about, I give you the overview, and just want to quickly talk about those questions here. We talked about inventory management. We talked about syncing, online sync. How does the system empower your staff? Personalized experience. Okay, your support, like how does the POS support your success? What about reporting and analytics, integrated payments? Okay, targeted ads campaigns. You also want to think about business growth, that's scalability. So thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.